But
we are back, so we're going to start the episode with a Hi Kids!
nice, you got some pan in there. Woo-hoo! We're off to a great start this season.
Hello!
Nice.
Hello, and welcome to season 5 of What Adults Don't Tell You Before You're Adult. Hello, and
Hello.
we are live
And in vision.
and in vision right now.
This is the first time I've ever seen Anya's face. Terrifying.
It's the first time we're meeting.
Imagine a year and a half and this is the first time.
Yeah, that would be quite something, wouldn't it? I'm also just, like how we haven't recorded our podcast with video ever. This is new for me and you. I'm just thinking, where should I put the video box that I can see? Because we're recording this via a video
I have no idea
application.
what you're talking about.
But if I put it in the centre of my screen, then it looks like I'm looking more central when I'm looking at you and talking at you.
What do you mean?
It's okay. Ignore me. I'm just...
Have you not got the side-by-side image?
Well, I've got clean feed up as well, so I'm just...
I see. Well, I've got
I'm
the side-by-side
monitoring.
image.
It's
I got
fine.
you to there, to which I'm probably...
Actually, you're in centre of my screen. I think this is better to be like this. It's fine. Anyway, we continue. Tom, how are you?
I am great. I've had a really busy week at work, and I've had today off and tomorrow off, and I am loving it.
Are you? That's
I'm loving it. We've had nice weather today.
We
so
have?
That puts me in a better mood. Yeah, I had a jam donut a few minutes ago, so I got energy. I'm living the dream. How are you?
I'm good. Do you know what? I'm feeling so fresh after our break in between season 4. I think it's done me the world of good. Yeah, I just needed that little break, that little R&R, take a step back, reevaluate, get some energy, and I'm ready. I'm so excited.
You say the world of good?
The world of good, yeah. It's done me the world of good.
Done me a world of good?
A world of good, the world of good. It's just a
Your world of good?
universe
Who knows?
of goodness, and I'm here for it, and I'm ready, and I've missed you guys. I've missed this podcast so much. I'm just
How
so
much?
excited. Just
How much
loads.
do you miss it?
It's
I'll
really.
call you right out.
I feel like it's been like an integral structure to my routine, and without it,
Structure. Okay,
I'm
Anya.
just
Look at you.
I'm a bit lost. So very excited to get stuck back in and just to have a lot of fun with this season, Tom. It's gonna be a good one. I can feel it in my bones.
Gross. But before anything else, Anya, how do we start every episode of our podcast?
Are you okay?
No, I really forgot every word I was going to say in that sentence.
1 month too long, Tom.
Simply everything in that sentence, I didn't know what I was saying.
It's okay.
I led so strong. You know when you lead with confidence and then you start to doubt yourself?
Yeah.
And then you stumble towards the end and then who knows what happens at the end?
Yeah.
That
That's what
happened.
happened
I
right
did
there.
one of those. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay. It happens to every
It's not-
adult.
it's not
You're not
okay.
alone. Well, we're going to say it's okay. We're going to let it go because, we've just started a new season and, practice makes perfect. By the end of it, you'll be a professional again. Never know.
Again?
Maybe. If
I was once a
wishful
professional?
think-
Let's go, team!
Okay, we start every episode, guys, by playing a little game that we like to call I'm an Adult But. And I'm an Adult But is basically where me and Tom tell you something that has happened in the past week that we have done that is definitely not adult-like in the slightest. Quite frankly, it can sometimes be embarrassing, definitely childish, and we are ashamed but also ready to show you, that you can be an adult but also act like a kid still.
So what's yours for this week, Anya?
So mine for this week, sorry, I'm just hearing the fireworks outside. Can you hear the fireworks?
Is it my fireworks or your fireworks?
They've stopped now. Convenient, isn't it?
Yeah, very convenient.
It could be your fireworks. Why are people still doing fireworks a week after bonfire night? Bloody hell.
I think it's Diwali.
Do they do fireworks on Diwali?
Yes.
Okay, well, anyway.
It's the Festival of Light, Anya.
That does make sense. But I thought that they did the little candles and the paper bags and let them fly away.
I think they do everything. It's a celebration. It's a form of celebration.
Okay, well,
So get them fireworks out.
Yeah, good for them. They can join in our podcast. It's a celebration for us, a new season and everything.
New
It's
season.
for us, really. I don't know why I'm getting confused. Anyway, I'm an Adult But this week. So, obviously, it's during lockdown still. Lockdown 2.0 has just begun in the UK, if you're aware of it. I'm sure you will be if you live here. And if you're not, you've probably seen on TikTok and on Instagram and on Twitter all the Brits and Scots and everywhere else, Welsh and Islanders. Have I got that right? Islanders?
They're not called
Irish.
There we
Irish. Whoa. I've spent way too long in these four walls.
Are you okay over there?
Clearly not. I've spent far too long at home, but you will be aware, I'm sure, that the UK's gone down to lockdown again, which sucks, but it's okay. I'm kind of just living for it slightly in the best way that I can. And I've decided, Tom, that I'm going to redecorate my walls of my bedroom. And
I did that first lockdown.
yeah, I can see your
I did
bedroom
that
there.
first
It's
lockdown.
nice. Maybe I got
Thank
some
you.
inspo from you in the last season. So I've decided to do a lovely gallery wall on my...
What does that mean?
So that's like, lots... No, you don't know. I don't know why I said
I
you
don't.
know.
That's why
Why
I
do
asked.
people say that? Loads of it's a thing now. It's like the new like.
Why?
People say you know when you don't know, and you're just like, yeah, I know, but you don't. Anyway, tangent.
When I was little,
Yes,
another
even
tangent.
more
When I
of
was
a
little,
tangent.
my mum would go, "Oh, you know this person?" I'd say, "I have no idea who that person is." She'd go, "Yeah, you do." I was like, "I don't. You're not giving me any descriptors. You've just decided I know who this person is," and it caused me no end of grief.
Yeah, it's not
But
really
anyway,
the one. Anyway,
A gallery wall.
is a wall of pictures, framed pictures, and all of the frames are different sizes, and it's just one big statement wall of loads of different frames everywhere with different images and pictures in it. I wanted
nice.
to do that, so I invested in all the posters, and I was like, "Do you know what? I'm going to be more sophisticated and buy frames for them, because you're an adult now, Anya, and we need to make our walls look nicer. Our poster walls look more adult, more
Nice.
mature, you know?"
Yes.
So I was thinking about how I was going to do this, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to nail frames into my wall. And then I was thinking, that's permanent. You know, blue tacking posters to your wall is it's a risky game. You can either peel them off in a year's time or whenever you want to replace them, and it's fine and the blue tack peels off nicely, or you peel off a bit of paint, but it's just a bit of paint. Nailing something onto your wall, that's dedicating, that you're committing to the frames being there for a long time, or you're committing to filling in the holes later on. And I'm not sure whether I'm ready for that commitment yet. So I'm an adult, but I think I might blue tack my gallery wall onto my wall.
Well, I did this. So when I put my skateboard up, it's now at a jaunty angle,
Wow.
and that's nailed in.
Wow.
So I've got to fill that in if I want.
That's
to,
actually so annoying.
if
Now
I
I'm
want to
looking
straighten
at
it
it.
up, and it irritates me every day.
That is the most
Every day.
irritating thing. Do you not look at that, and does that not start your day off badly? Because if I looked at that every single morning, I'd just be starting my day off in a bad mood.
No, because I don't look at it as soon as I wake up, because I wake up
Right,
that way.
but that, like, when
Instead of
you're
that
getting
way.
dressed. I mean, not like the first thing in the morning.
No,
but
it does
one
annoy
of
me.
the
It does,
first
I
things.
see it and I go, I've got to sort that out. Maybe this weekend I'll sort it out, and then I go, no.
But it just snowballs
But
into
no,
a.
it's-
I've been meaning to sort this out for ages. I hate
And then
those
I do
chores.
other stuff, like I'll buy a different shelf. So I bought this shelf most recently. So I bought that and put that up last week rather than sorting this out. So I had everything out, like nail wise and drill wise, but instead I put this one up instead of fixing this one. And if you're listening to this, you have no idea what I've just tried to say.
No.
No, not a single idea. And that's okay, you know?
Do you want to
Sometimes
know
we-
something, Tom?
What?
I'm going to pause us right here because we're out of sync again.
Are we?
Look at me talking. Am I out of sync?
No?
Oh, well, just then you were out of sync. Maybe it'll be fine. We can cut this bit out.
Well, we're going to have to.
Okay,
What you were going to
well, I think it might just be
God.
a thing that Zoom does. I don't
Just
know.
out momentarily.
Momentarily.
Leave me be.
Okay, kids. So, we've got something really exciting for this season. Well, the start of this season anyway. We're actually doing a competition with a brand that me and Tom absolutely love. Like, I'm kind of obsessed with it just a little bit. And it is... Dun, 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 dun! It's the vegan sweet company Green Candy Co. And it's
Co.
very, very exciting because we're actually doing a competition with them where you can get your hands on your very own Green Candy Co. pack of pick and mix vegan sweets. So if you want to know more about this and how you can get your hands on their mega mix of sweeties, then tune in. No, not tune in. Just keep listening, basically. And we'll give you all the details at the end of the episode. Okay? Are you going to riff into them now?
No.
You already started.
No.
Should I open it?
I think you should. It's the right thing
I feel
to
like
do.
I can't wait. Like, I can't wait 30 minutes to open this. Like, I think I'm just going to have to open it now. I have no self-restraints when it comes to these
It
sweets
also
'cause
takes
they're so
longer
good.
to record this than 30 minutes.
True. And I need them now. Okay, I'm going to open them. Ooh,
I didn't think I'd like them.
You didn't think you liked them, but you do.
I didn't think I would.
But you do.
I do, very much so.
Well, that's good. I really want to do what's it called? When like ASMR.
ASMR.
I really want to do that with this. Okay,
Okay.
so everyone, I want to like shine a little spotlight on it. Okay, ready? Is that in the spotlight? Maybe more like over here. Why am I not strong enough?
Oh god, you almost punched yourself in the face.
That was not ASMR.
This is very relaxing.
But look. Oh my god. I'm so excited. This is before my dinner as well. I'm an adult, but I eat apple shoestring laces, whatever these are called.
Are they apple flavoured?
They are. Oh my god, it's so good. Do you know what? You just wouldn't think that vegan sweets taste.
That's
Would
why I was a
taste
bit
like
hesitant
normal?
about it. I was like, I'm okay with regular sweets. I don't need them to be vegan. But now that I've had vegan sweets, I'm on board.
Literally.
And they got fizzy ones as well.
Yeah. Do you prefer fizzy sweets or normal sweets?
Normal sweets, but I like fizzy ones.
Okay, I'm gonna have this big one, and then I'll leave it. Oh, I've got a little apple thing stuck to it. Apple
Oh, so
belt.
you're going to have
That's what it's
two?
called.
Hmm?
I'm obsessed.
I hope I don't have to edit this one.
Oh, I did this one. Me and Tom have this argument every week, by the way. Who's gonna edit the podcast? And
I don't
it's
wanna-
usually me.
I don't want to edit us just eating. Disgusting. Nope.
Some people like that.
No, they do not.
Comment down below if you like the sound of.
And you're eating. This is gross. This is absolutely
Tom
disgusting.
hates it. I really
It'll
feel like
my
that's
health.
your pet peeve.
Oh, it is. People
So if
eating
we-
in general.
If we created a healthy, it would be the soundtrack of me going.
And then me reading you say, Tom's been watching Tune Squatters. That's
I'm
probably
so
part of my
sorry.
hair as well, you know.
I'm so sorry I did that.
It's fine.
It was not excusable.
No, it's not. Especially how you said you've
Inexcusable.
seen the film.
I have seen the film.
Well, apparently you haven't.
I did. I watched it during first lockdown. Oh, that was.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to watch it during second lockdown to make sure you know what's going on.
Yeah. Shit. Sorry.
Yeah?
Yeah. Sugar.
Nice. So what are we talking about, Anya?
I haven't finished eating my sweet yet.
All right, Anya. I'll sit here while you finish.
Yeah. I should have chosen a smaller sweet. It's gonna take me like a minute. Tell me your life story, Tom. What's happened recently?
U.S. election. That's all my life has been recently is U.S. election.
And Trump's just won. Woo!
And Biden has just won as of about
Biden has
30
just
minutes
won.
ago.
Woo! I'm honestly just having a brain fart right now.
You're having a great time over there. But
I knew it was Biden. I literally said it to you in our meeting. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's been my whole life, is just sitting around going, who's going to win, who's not going to win, who's the best guest to get on this subject, blah, 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 blah. And it is now all over.
So we
And
can do Brexit.
Back to back to coronavirus talk is my imagine.
Lovely. Which leads us very nicely
Which is quite
on.
nice because I'm not a big fan of the whole US election.
Well,
Sorry,
especially
not
when
fan.
it's not our election. But it
Not
does
fan,
impact
if I
us. But, you know. Apparently Biden isn't interested in doing a trade deal with
No.
the UK, which is bad for us. He doesn't really like us, apparently.
He didn't like Brexit. He wasn't a Brexiteer.
Yeah, I kind of agree with him. Also, Biden was fit when he was younger.
All right. Okay.
All right.
We move it along.
We're moving along.
So what are we talking about today, Anya?
So today we are talking about lockdown. We are talking about just generally how we feel about it and giving you guys some tips on how to do lockdown 2.0. Are you okay, Tom?
The fireworks are at mine.
They're
on my
you're
street.
the problem. You
I'm
are
always
the
the
problem. It's okay. They're just celebrating season 5 of Why Adults Don't Take Before You Adopt. It's fine. Woo! Okay, so yes, we are talking about lockdown and giving you some advice and tips and just general thoughts about it. You know, we thought we'd actually have like a bit of a catch-up episode with you guys just because we haven't spoken to you in so long and we just feel like it's needed. So let's just have a nice relaxing podcast episode where we have a little chinwag, have a little catch-up, give you some advice. You know, just a little get together, really, which is what we're not allowed to do. We're not allowed to do
not
that,
anymore.
but we can do it virtually, like this. Now you can actually see mine and Tom's faces if you choose to.
And you can hear the fireworks outside my window.
It's okay. I'm sure it'll be forgiven by the kids.
They best. The Tune Squatters understand.
The kids understand as well.
Because they've just been watching Tune Squatters. Stupid.
Sorry.
So I was at work.
Sorry.
See
Sorry.
this and it's going to go, oh my God.
I'm sorry, Tom.
I just expect better, and that's okay. That's what I think. I think you can only get the amount of respect that you ask for.
I know. I did you wrong. Dirty. This is wrong. Yeah.
And most importantly, you did the Tune Squatters wrong.
I know. I'm sorry.
Every
guys.
week we talk about them, and you mess us up.
I know. I'm sorry. It was wrong of me. I let the team down. I let the squad down.
You did. But who did you let down? What squad?
The Tune Squad. I'm sorry.
So, Anya.
So, Tom.
Are you excited for Lockdown 2.0?
Do you know what? I actually don't feel too bad about it. I've also just realised when people say, do you know what? That's very much like, you know. Because, no, do you know what? You don't know because you don't know what I'm about to say. So
You might do.
You might do. You might be telepathic and be able to read my thoughts right now. Have a go. What am I thinking about?
That how, when I sometimes sit like this, that looks like a devil horn.
Oh my God, it actually does.
See, I knew exactly what you were thinking.
Yeah, spot on. Spot on. I wasn't shocked at that at all because I was definitely thinking about that before.
Ah, gosh dang.
Anyway, yeah, season 2 of Lockdown.
Nailed it. That was like me earlier.
Brilliant. I don't feel too sad about it. I kind of felt like it was going to happen. It was inevitable. Because, you know, they always said during summer that the rate of infection will go down because the weather's nicer, blah, 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 blah. And, like, we're all outside in parks, so it's, like, more ventilated space when you meet up. And then, you know, they kind of let us out of lockdown during summer and we all were mingling again. And then it got colder, so we were all mingling inside again. And, yeah, they say that cold weather also increases
Then
the
virus
rate
popped
of
up.
infection.
I was like, hey, what's up?
He was like, hey, have you missed me? It's Halloween. Boo. And then we went into lockdown.
Yes, no. How did you spend your Halloween?
My Halloween, I watched scary movies.
Nice.
I carved a pumpkin.
Did you do that?
I did do that, although...
Because we didn't,
yeah.
because there was no trick-or-treaters. We normally only do it for trick-or-treaters.
See, not that you guys really care, unless you're stalking me. My front door is kind of like round a little corner, so it's just really for aesthetic. It's personal
Your front door is just for
aesthetics.
aesthetics.
Yeah, exactly. No one really sees it. But anywho, yes, Halloween was fun. I did feel sorry for people that wanted to go trick-or-treating but couldn't go trick-or-treating. The same for, like, fireworks night. Like, it kind of feels like all of these little stages in the calendar that we would be excited for usually just been kind of, like, axed, and everyone's just...
Axed?
Yeah,
did you dress up?
Not really paying attention for it. I did not dress up, no. I had a spooky t-shirt, but I can't find it anywhere. I couldn't be bothered to really
I wore my spooky t-shirt to work.
Yeah, how did that go down? Did it go down well?
No.
Why not? What's your spooky t-shirt look like?
So it's just got a little pumpkin. It's a black t-shirt with a pumpkin on it, and it says Halloween Horror or something on the back.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the whole t-shirt.
Why did it not go down well? Did people
Because I work in quite a
Mickey?
serious place. and everyone's like wearing shirts, blazers, plain tops from like Ralph Lauren, so it looks fancy.
Yeah.
And there's me having a little bit of fun with a little pumpkin, a smiling pumpkin, and some words on the back. And they're like, "Thanks for coming in today, son."
Oh,
And
Tom.
Carl's like a real mature. And I'm like, "Oh God,
I'm sorry, Tom.
I suck at this. It's fine. It's a-okay."
Yeah.
I thought people would be more fun about Halloween, but no.
It's
Especially
okay.
everyone was like under pressure to get this US election coverage done, and then they're going, "Hey guys, Halloween, happy Halloween! Get out of here."
That's sad because, you're just trying to keep the morale up and, celebrate.
That's what I like to think I haven't been
Yeah.
fired for. I haven't been fired because you know what? He means well. He's nice, isn't he? It's Tom.
You're just
Put a
trying to
smile on our
celebrate
faces.
things the way that you can do during lockdown, the only way you can, by wearing cute clothing inside the buildings you're allowed to wear cute clothing.
I like to think they look at like a list of stuff and they go, "We can't let Tom go really because he tried, doesn't he? He has fun, doesn't he? He has fun."
He has fun. But you're still going to work then, so we're very
Yes.
different in the sense of you're actually leaving
I'm
the
cool
house
and
every
you're
day
not.
during work, during lockdown for work, and I am very much staying at home and working, which is a whole different kettle of fish.
I'm so glad I still get to leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'd leave the house if I had to work from home. I don't really think I'd leave this room if I had to work from home.
Yeah, it does sometimes work out that way. Yeah, it's not the one. But you kind of just have to force yourself to go on those walks. And at the moment, I'm pretty sure the government haven't put a limit on how many walks you're allowed to do a day. Not that I know how they'd regulate that anyway. Like, during first lockdown when they were like, oh, you can only have one walk a day or exercise once a day. How do they can't regulate that? Like, that's just silliness. Surely no one was doing that. It's not like you have
Those
a
people
little
are reporting it though.
punching your ticket. Huh?
People are reporting it like my neighbour's going out for
Really?
their 5th walk today.
Oh, that's just rubbish, isn't it? What if you went on a jog in the morning, and
Yeah.
then
That's your exercise done for the day.
but then what if I've got a dog and I need to walk the dog in the afternoon? What then, Tom?
You should have taken your dog on the run.
I just think it's silly. But luckily
It's
we don't
very
have that for
silly.
lockdown too, which is nice. Yeah. I just think, we've been through it once before, and the fact that there's a deadline on this one, which is the 2nd
No,
of
there
December.
isn't a deadline.
But they've said that they'll
They're aiming
review
for-
it. It's
Yeah.
aiming for. But beforehand, they didn't even have like any date in mind. It was just.
No, they
we're
said
just
2 weeks. They said we're going to go in lockdown for 2 weeks and we'll
What,
be back
at the
out.
start?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
At lockdown 1, they said we're going to close everything for 2 weeks.
And then they didn't.
No.
But then after that 2 weeks, they didn't say. Oh, they said that they'd review it, but I think everyone had.
But now we've
You
got
know.
4 weeks, which may be extended. So last time it was 2 weeks that may be extended. Now it's got 4 weeks. They want everything to be open for Christmas. And it looks doubtful.
Do you know what? I just think Boris is going to open the pubs just for Christmas. I just
So
think
many people are thinking
we've
this.
got
the
that
most British
type.
thing.
It's the most British thing. We've got that type of government that's going to be like, you have to stay in for the whole of November, and then you're allowed out for one night just because it's Christmas. It's
Go
like
get jolly.
literally, it's like your mum giving like feeling sorry for you. So, like, feeling sympathetic for you. So she's like, okay, you can go out with your friends for one night because you've done so much revision over the last month. You stayed in all of those other nights. You can go out for one night. It's like that.
It's very much like that. And it's not fun. It's not fun.
No. But
I got asked from work
yeah.
what hours I can do around Christmas time. I was like, I guess any, really.
See,
Guess any.
that's the thing with lockdown and all of these events like Halloween and fireworks night. I don't feel like they're kind of exciting. You look forward to them, but I just don't feel they're fully there in everything that they were before, because there's so many rules and restrictions on how you can celebrate them. So, you might as well do like a shift over Christmas because...
So I think I'm working New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Oh, Tom,
It's heartbreaking.
soldiering on.
Do you know what? Someone's got to keep this country running, and it's going to be me. But I did New Year's Eve last year. No, New Year's Day, sorry, last year.
Yeah.
And I started work at 6 in the morning. after going out for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And I was in the cab at 4:30, trying not to throw up. And I was like, this is going to be such a long shift. Going, Tom, you're better than this.
So if you're working the night before and the morning after,
Yeah, exactly.
There's no room for failure, really.
There's less of a chance that I'll go out and get absolutely on it.
Yeah. Good luck with that, Tom.
Well,
We'll
there's
keep
nowhere I
up to
can
date.
go.
We'll keep
There's
up to
nowhere I
date with
can
you.
go.
No, it's true. Well, we don't know that yet. We'll have to rediscuss on the 2nd of December.
What they're not going to say is, everyone go out on the lash. I know.
No, I honestly, they're not going to say that, but I honestly think that they'll be like, okay, the week of Christmas, the business can be resumed as normal for Christmas celebrations. They're not going to say, okay, everyone that lives in England, you can have a party for a week. You can have a party week. Off you go. Go have a great time. Get on the lash. Eat everything you want. See all the people you want to see.
I eat what I want anyway.
They're not going to. They're not going to say that. They're just going to be like, business can resume as normal for a week, which basically means that you know. But anyway, I wanted to chat to you, Tom, about.
I wanted to chat to you too.
I know it's been so long, hasn't it? You missed.
I don't. Missed is such a strong word.
Oh my god! You're really savage today, aren't you? You
Sassy
picked me
Tom's
up
out for
and
season
dropped me.
5. Season 5, Sass Tom. Let's go.
Sad Anya.
Sad Anya,
Reminds
Sass
of
Tom.
you.
Let's go, boys.
For God's sake. Well, maybe I don't want to ask you for your advice, Tom, on how
That's
you boss
been
lockdown.
episode 1 of episode. No. Okay. Ask me questions.
I want to know what your advice is for.
You look so beaten.
Yeah, you just
look
really
so
upset me.
downtrodden.
Well, I was just going to ask you for some advice. Now I don't want to ask you. Now I'm hesitant on asking you for advice.
Do you know how little people ask me for advice?
Yeah, but sometimes you do come out with these pearls of wisdom and I'm like...
Never once.
Why don't you follow through with them? Yeah, sometimes you do. I just think you're one of those people that don't listen to their own advice.
Oh, God, no. Do as I say, not as I do.
What? Do
That's
as I say. Do as I say, not what I do. Yeah, but if you're saying, eat your greens...
No, I don't eat my greens. Don't do what I'm doing. Do what I'm saying.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That kind of makes sense.
It only makes sense.
Yeah, but
it's an expression.
Yeah, but you're not doing what you're saying. So say what I do. Not what.
Do what I say.
Do what I say, not what I do.
Not what I do.
So you're saying eat your greens, for example.
Hmm.
But you're not doing that. So do as I say, but you're not
so
doing it.
people are doing what I'm saying to do.
Yes.
But not what I am doing.
Okay.
I don't understand which bit you're struggling with there.
I don't know. It's just confusing, isn't it?
It's not. It's dead simple.
It is. Do you want to know another expression that I use all the time?
Sure.
It is, I see, said the blind man sitting at the corner of a round table eating currants out of a plain bun. Do you know what that means?
No. It's a very long saying.
What it means, what you said makes no sense to me and what I think. Do you know why? Do you want to know why? This is like a saying in my family. I see, said the blind man. Blind men can't see.
He's blind. He can't see the currants aren't in his plain bun.
Yeah, and he's sitting at the corner of a round table. There's no corners on round tables. So basically it's saying it don't make sense. What you're saying to me, Tom, doesn't make sense.
But what I said makes sense.
Okay, we're moving on. I want to know, Tom.
We need to go back on hiatus.
Give me another month. I take it all back.
Anyway, what were you saying?
I want to know, for God's sake. I want to know what advice you're giving to yourself for lockdown 2.0, and you're coming from the position of somebody who is going out to work every day, so I guess you're coming from that standpoint, but you're still having to live with the other regulations, like you can only meet up with one person outside your household and go for a walk with just that one person.
So really, you can boss it quite easily, to be honest, with this new lockdown. You just can't go to the pub and get on the lash and go for meals and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So you can still see one friend, you can still have a catch up, you can still walk, you can still get takeaway coffee and walk with them, I believe. Ooh, I don't know the regulations very well.
See, but this is the thing. I don't think many people have paid attention to the regulations. I think everyone's just like...
Another
Okay,
lockdown.
it's
okay.
another lockdown, whatever. Like, I think people are sticking to their households and only going for a walk with or meeting up with one other person. But other than that, I think people are just like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
We move.
yeah, we move. We just carry on as normal, really.
Yeah,
Like,
so I think this one is a lot easier to navigate and to boss.
Mhm.
So I would say what you should do is start a project early.
Mhm.
And then like nurse that all the way through the 4 weeks.
Yes.
Don't wait around sitting around for the first week going, oh, this sucks, done it, I'm going to finish Netflix. Instead,
That could be a
find
good project,
something.
though.
What, finishing Netflix?
Yeah.
What can you do after you finish Netflix?
YouTube.
What can you do with the finishing of Netflix?
YouTube.
No. Shush. No.
Okay, no.
No. There was a car passing by. I
Oh.
told her to shush.
Oh, shush.
No.
No.
But I'd say find a new project. Pick up a pen. Pick up a penguin.
Pick up the penguin. Yeah.
Oh, I have so much fun. But yeah,
I do
start
agree
a
with
project
you.
early. Start brainstorming now.
Mhm.
So if you want a project, you have a project to go to.
Yes.
Like obviously you don't have to boss it. Bossing it is always relative.
Yes.
Like me bossing it will be doing all I can to not get coronavirus and spread coronavirus.
Yes.
Still go to work.
Yes.
Still have this podcast.
Yes.
Still do Urge to Splurge. A
Yes.
fun new podcast. Hopefully maybe we'll see. Pick up a YouTube video here and there.
Yes.
And
Yes.
eat some vegan sweets. That's me bossing it. But someone else's bossing it is, I really wanted to write a poem.
Poem.
My brain's not working today. Write a poem. If you want to write a poem, pick up a pen and write a poem.
Yeah.
Or start planning a poem. Pick up a pen and plan a poem.
I think, yeah, what you're saying is so right. Success is different in everyone, and feeling like you've made an achievement in something is different for everybody. And I think you've got to remember that everybody has a different sense of success, and everybody is capable and has different levels of energy to be able to achieve different things. And I think you've just got to take on board what success means to you and how much energy you've got to achieve things and how far you can stretch it. You've got, well, yeah, after all the sweets you've been eating, I'm sure you do.
And jam donut. I'm living the dream.
Bloody
I'm on
hell.
cloud 9 over here.
You're crazy.
I am.
But I like the idea of, or not like the idea of, but I think it's important to remember that everything is a new normal now, and that achievements look so different because we've literally like flip reversed the way that we do life and the way that our everyday looks like. So for example, I guess the new bossing a boardroom meeting looks like bossing a Zoom presentation. Like that's the difference now. And although beforehand maybe you were used to bossing boardroom meetings, and now bossing a Zoom presentation can seem like so small in comparison, it's kind of just looking at those comparisons and remembering that this is the new normal, and that's what that would be in the old normal, and this is the new normal, and you have to give yourself some credit for that, and that is an achievement. And if all you've done today is a Zoom presentation, which I can say hand on heart, they are nerve-wracking as heck, Zoom presentations, then you need to treat yourself, and you need to be more self-loving to yourself, because you're doing good, guys. You're doing so well, and just, yeah, we're proud of everything you do.
I think if I was on furlough at the moment,
Yeah.
I'd go, okay, so I've got 4 weeks until the next answer happens. What could I do in 4 weeks?
Yeah.
What creative thing can I do in 4 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd spend my whole time trying to make something in that 4 weeks. Like obviously other people are different. People all work on their different ways. Someone might be like 4 weeks a nice holiday. Some people might be like, oh, I don't like this reserve. Because I'd also be in the odd balance of, after furlough, I might just lose my job.
Mm.
And so I'd also be in two minds of maybe I should start looking for another job, blah, 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 blah. But if I was on furlough in a secure company where I was like, I know the company will stay open, I know in 4 weeks I'll still have a job, I'd go 4 weeks, what could I fill with this 4 weeks?
It's true.
I'd make one great YouTube vlog that Anya's been waiting for about 3 months now.
And the kids and the Tune
So-
Squadders, everyone's been waiting for this YouTube vlog
So
from
like
you.
I would do something. I'd write a short novella. I'd write a book of sonnets. I'd write some music.
So cultured and educated. Oh my gosh. We're so lucky to be in your presence right now.
That's why I
Whoa.
keep telling everyone.
Thank
telling
you,
everyone
Tom, for
that.
being here. Thank you for your
My pleasure.
time.
I managed to squeeze you in. I'm a very busy guy. But that's what I would do. I would try my hardest to try and fill my day
Yeah.
to the top.
Do you know what this new lockdown feels like to me? You know when you've had a load of really busy weekends and you've had no time to get on top of everything, and then you have that one weekend where you've got nothing planned, and although some people might look at that and go, oh, that's so boring, you've got nothing planned, poor you're actually subtly like, I'm so excited because I can do everything that I wanted to do but was too busy beforehand. And I feel like this new lockdown is like the extended weekend of doing nothing.
Obviously, it's all in
and getting on top
perspective.
of things.
Because I haven't been put on furlough, and I see furlough as like that sounds like a nice break. You get away from work, you have like 4 weeks off to do nothing.
Yeah.
But then I also know people who have been put on the second time onto furlough, and they're like,
Yeah.
This
I
might be
guess
it for me.
it can get frustrating, right?
but I imagine so. I would hate not doing anything. That's why I'd create myself little things to do.
Yeah, it's time to get on top of the things that you've wanted to do for so long, but have always put it off and never had time for it. And now you've literally been given time. Like, all we have is time right now. Like, we can't really do anything but stay inside, go for
What's
a
something
walk.
that you've always wanted to do?
Yeah, what's something that I've always wanted to do?
Yes.
I've always wanted to write a diary, and I always have
fine.
written a diary ever since I was 6 years
You've
old.
always wanted to write a diary.
Yeah. But I have written a diary since I've been 6 years old. However, as I've gotten older and busier, like I would say once I went to university, my diary lacks so much, and I've always wanted to keep on top of it by doing like weekly diary entries, at least like to a minimum, but it always ends up being like 3-month entries, and I feel like I have to write a whole spiel of what I've done in those 3 months to like catch up on my diary. Does that even make sense? Not that anyone's
It
going to be
does.
reading my diary,
you
but I
could
feel
do
like I
that.
have to catch people up on my life even though no one's reading it. It's weird. Anyway, now I can do that because I have time to actually sit down
it.
and write, and yeah, it's actually really cathartic writing a diary.
Cathartic.
Cathartic.
God, look at you.
I know.
Having a go at me for being all educated and proper, and you say cathartic. Get
What
out
do
of
you
here.
want to do, Tom, in this time? I know you're working, but
Yeah, so
you got
if
your
I-
weekends.
Yeah, I know, but weekends aren't really for doing stuff.
Yeah, sometimes.
Weekends are for like putting your feet on and going, I'm doing no work for these 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving the house. I'm not getting properly dressed. I'm just going to chill. Right? That's what weekends are for me. For me, they're just like, oh, I'm so glad to not be at work right now. So, but the things I've always wanted to do, I've always wanted to write, I've always wanted to write a script for a film.
Okay.
So that's something I might start. I would have started if I had time.
Yeah.
So that always sounds like fun. Would have tried writing music. I'm not great at writing music as is. But
like creative things.
yeah, I'm a born creative, so I would always be trying to do something to fill my time creatively. I'd have probably started about 8 new podcasts in that time.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have written podcast dramas 100%.
Yeah.
We would have
And-
picked up AI Live. That's all
Yeah.
all these types of things would have picked up.
It is. And do you know what? I think sometimes people are like, oh, do you know what? I'm just going to take this month to like relax and just kick back and do nothing. Sorry, that is my front door.
Nice. It's around the corner though.
Welcome to the world of
The Pierces.
recording a podcast at home, guys. It's really fun. I'm just going to wait until someone opens the door and then you can hear them chatting.
Is it a special guest? And
No,
today
it's
we
Mama
are
Pierce!
we are joined by Mama Pierce, made famous from Why Adults Didn't Tell Us.
Well, she's just gone on a little walk to Boots because she wanted to do some retail therapy, but only Boots and Sainsbury's
That
is open near
sucks.
us.
So,
Welcome to her lockdown.
would you do online retail therapy?
Online, yeah, I would. I love online.
Have you? Slash, have you?
No, I have not, because I've been trying to be better with I've actually done the opposite of trying to look through my wardrobe and wear things that I would never usually wear and like trial out wearing them and that if I actually like them. So I've done the opposite. I'm trying to like
buy stuff and then you don't know if you'd actually wear stuff.
No, as in like, you know how, I don't know if it's the same with you, but like my wardrobe is full of clothes from like, I think I started buying my own clothes at like 13 and I'm really bad at throwing them out. And so I've just got a whole wardrobe now and half the stuff like isn't in fashion anymore or I've never worn it in like 5 years.
Me and 13-year-old Tom aren't the same size.
We've done this before. We've done the advice we tell our teenage self. You spoke about your purple trousers.
They were great. They were great, but I wouldn't fit into them now.
No. So that's what I was doing. So, but no, I do really like retail therapy online because the best part is when the package arrives and then you're like, and you can do like a whole unboxing and
I bought so much in the first lockdown because I was on reduced hours, so I was at home more. So I just bought more. I did the whole, I painted my whole bedroom and whatnot.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
And bought shelves, and then I had to buy things to put on shelves.
But you might as well make
No, you might not as well.
You might
I bought a load of these brick candles. They suck.
Well, yeah, it's trial and error, isn't it, Tom? You've learnt from your mistakes now.
They look cool as heck, but they don't last very long.
That's okay.
And
I
they're
think
expensive.
It's nice during lockdown to have a little makeover on your home because if you're going to be spending so much time in it, you might as well make it look nice.
But paint's expensive.
Yeah, paint is expensive. I'm
Paint's
not repainting. I'm just going to cover it up with pictures.
Good lord, paint is expensive. Like £40 for a little tub, and you're like, what?
Don't buy paint, kids. Don't do it. You're not there yet. It's fine. We don't need to be buying paint.
Also, tape. Tape's quite expensive.
Tape?
Is what I learned.
Oh,
like painter's tape is what they call it.
Oh,
and
I'm not quite there yet.
I've got a load of lines on my wall.
Yes, I see
which you can see, and people watching. Thank you for joining us. People watching can see these lines.
Yes.
And they're made by putting 2 pieces of tape.
Yes.
Like that, so it doesn't paint over it. It is clever, but that you can only really use it once because if you reuse it again, you get lines from the leftover residual paint. Anyway, beside the point. That tape's expensive.
Yes. Tape is expensive.
£9 for a roll of tape.
But I don't think many of us are really there yet painting things. I don't know.
You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
But I think, Tom, during lockdown, the one thing that I really learnt from the first lockdown is that if you've got something that you really want to do, like writing a film script or like writing in your diary and you've been putting it off for ages, it's kind of like that in itself is self-love and treating yourself. And I think a lot of the time we get confused with what self-love is and treating yourself during lockdown. I think we spent I read a lot of blogs and a lot of posts saying have a bath, and if you don't want to do anything today, don't do it. And as much as that's fine, and if that works for you, so if that's fine and it works for you, then go for it. Like, I definitely have days where all I want to do is eat pizza and sit on my bed and watch Netflix. However, actually, more or less of the time, more than less of the time.
Come on.
I'm getting really wound up with my sayings during this.
Read more books, then. That's all I'm saying.
I do. I've actually just.
Clearly, you do not.
I finished my 10th book of the year because I've had so much more time
what
to
book did you read
this year. I finished reading The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Nice, good film as well.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like the film?
I haven't watched the film yet. I didn't like the book. Unpopular opinion.
It's a really good
I'm going to watch the film now that I finished the book. Anyway, my point is that actually getting on top of work and getting on top of a passion project or getting on top of something that you really wanted to do for ages, that is actually self-love. So even though it can feel like a bit more tiring and a bit more effort than doing nothing, actually doing something like that and feeling a sense of achievement that you've done it is self-love. And I think that during lockdown, we will get more out of staying productive and doing things than just monging out and going, you know what, they've given me... Monging out is good, but sometimes it feels better to get things done, and you can still get things done at home. You don't have to be in an office or being out all day socialising.
Do you have anything planned for this lockdown?
For this lockdown...
Like a project that you're looking forward to during this lockdown?
I'm just looking forward to keeping on top of Audiobox. I'm looking forward to this podcast. You know what? This is the podcast that I'm excited for. I just really want to build on this podcast and invite new people to listen to it and
you've
just
made my
create a
sound bad.
little environment and community for us.
Well, obviously I want to do the same.
Yeah.
But I bought these about 2 months ago. I bought this.
What is
It's
it?
You can't really see it.
Is it a Lego man?
It's a little clay Lego man.
Yeah, I can
But
roughly make it
seems to be
out.
Burst out of exposure. But it's like
So
a little.
are you
It's a
painting
concrete
it?
Lego man made of cement, and I'm planning on painting it.
Cute. That's nice.
That is the plan. However,
Lovely.
this is a fun little story on the side of this. So I bought this. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger.
Right. You
Um,
always think things are going to be
I
bigger.
don't ever look at measurements. Never look at measurements because I don't understand dimensions. I need to buy a new backpack because the backpack I've got is
Okay.
massive because I didn't
Don't
read
buy
the
a
measurements.
teeny one. You will, won't you? You'll buy one that's like
Well,
the
I
size
want-
of your hand.
So I don't know where my actual rucksack is at the moment, but I want a smaller one because the one I've got is huge, right?
Mm.
And I want a size down from that, which I thought I was getting initially, and I clearly didn't.
Yeah.
But I look at them, I'm like, this might be big, this might be small. I have no point of reference. And then you see it on someone's back, you go, I don't know. Anyway, so I got this. So I'm planning on painting him.
That's
I thought it was going to be
nice.
big. I thought it was going to be bigger, but it's not. Whatever.
Mhm.
However, when I bought that, they also sent me this. What am I going to do with this?
You can put it on your shelf.
So this one's like an inch tall. I can't paint this.
Maybe you should try and paint it and we can send it to somebody who listens to the podcast.
Okay, what would I paint on it?
Just paint it a colour. Just one
Oh,
colour.
just one basic colour, because I was thinking of doing something cool on this one.
Okay, yeah.
But this one I feel like just too small. If you're not watching this, you have no idea. One of them's
Yeah,
about
true.
10 centimetres. The other one's about 5. No, it's about 2.
It's cute though. You could definitely get some really tiny paintbrushes and paint the little man.
Have you
something.
seen how shaky my hands are?
Yeah, true. Tom
I
has
can't do
the
jack.
Humphrey shakes, which
I
is
can't do jack.
a trait that runs through his family where his hands
Oh,
shake.
Awful. I have no... Like, it's smaller
Oh.
than a AA battery.
Oh, it's cute.
It's very cute, and I'm
Well-
happy to send it to someone.
Well, maybe we should get people to comment down below or DM us at We Are
Yes.
Audiobox.
DM
if
us what colour you want it to be and what you want it to look
Yeah.
like, and I'll see if I can. And I'll do it for a YouTube video and I'll send it across.
Good job, Tom.
There
Good
we
job.
go. But the point is, I wanted to do this one, and they sent me a little small one as well, and I was like, great, sick.
You'll figure it out. Someone will give you an idea. Someone far more creative
Please,
than you.
please give me an idea on We Are Audiobox's Twitter page or We Are Audiobox on Instagram.
Or
Just-
down below, because I think this is on YouTube.
This will
isn't
also
it?
be on YouTube.
So comment down below if you're watching
So-
this.
So smart, Anya.
So smart,
God.
I know.
It's
So
on top of
smarts.
things. So tell me what colour to paint it, because
You don't know.
eh.
So, Tom.
So Anya,
No. We're not bringing this back. It's Anya, okay? Otherwise, we'll call you Thomas, and your name definitely is not Thomas.
okay.
Okay.
So, sorry, Miss Anya.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. No
The
one
roles
repli-
have reversed. Now I'm sass and you're sad.
Well, no
Lol.
one ever replies to sorry by you're welcome.
You're welcome. You've learnt your lesson. You're sorry. I taught you something.
So I
You
think
are
I don't-
welcome.
I don't think you know how conversation structure works.
Been in lockdown far too long, okay?
It's like the time that someone
Stop
said, "Oh, it
atting
was
me."
nice to meet you," and I said, "Thank you." No one says thank you about being met. God.
Okay, anyway, what I was going to say is during season 5 of What Adults Don't Tell You Before You Adult, we thought that we'd bring the kids in, the Tune Squatters in, the listeners in, the viewers in, a little bit more to each episode. So we're asking for your questions and for your comments on each of the podcast episodes that we are doing for season 5. And I have here some comments and some advice and tips that people have sent in for how they are dealing with lockdown 2.0 at the moment, and some questions. I've got one question. Would you like to start with the top tip, Tom? A top tip, Tom. Wow.
I don't want any tips, thank you, Andy.
Or would you like to start with a question?
A question. Start with a question.
Start with a question. Aye. Sorry, I've got the question.
Have you got it, or should I have started with
No,
the
I've
answer?
got it. I've got it here. I just don't. You know when I feel like I'm in a school class and I feel like I've got to read out a question, and I'm nervous.
I hate this.
Because now you can all see me as well as hear me
What
fluff
a
it up.
loser! Boo!
Can you not? Okay, I'm ready.
Why are we waiting? Wait, go.
You ready?
I'm sure.
You're gonna
Born ready.
appreciate my reading.
Born ready. Probably not.
Okay, so this question.
I hate this. I hate this.
It's like Miranda sings. Do you watch Miranda sings
No.
on YouTube? Well, she says question, and she says blush. Guess what that is? I'm just gonna put some
Bloodage.
blush on.
Bleach. Blush. Blusher.
Blush.
Yes.
Some blush.
I thought it was
I love
bleach.
it, and now I can't stop saying it. I'm just gonna put some blush on.
Well, Miranda, if you're watching right now. Okay.
Okay, so this question has come from Kate, and Kate says, okay, so if we're passing COVID-19 onto each other and lockdown helps to slow the spread, mask stops you passing it on to someone else, why can't every country have a lockdown at the same time and every single person has to wear a mask when they leave their home? Would we not then kill the virus once and for all?
This is a very serious question. I don't think you know who I am.
Question.
Well,
Well,
as the resident virologist here.
virologist?
Yes.
What is a virologist?
Come on, Anya. It's someone who deals with diseases.
Virologist. I've never heard of that before. Virologist. Wow. There you go. Continue, sorry.
Well, as the resident virologist.
He's not.
It would work. However, it stays airborne. So if it stays on your clothes and whatnot. So when you go home, you would take your mask off, touch your clothes, touch your face. COVID.
Yes, but she's saying if the whole world went into lockdown at the same time.
Anyway, you just don't leave the house at all.
Well, unless you're doing your one exercise a day and getting some food or going
Oh, that's the plan. That's the game plan is no flights. Everyone locks down their own countries.
England still has their borders open.
Yeah, I know.
We're stupid. Stupid.
But people who fly in are meant to then lock down for 2 weeks to make sure they haven't got it.
Yeah. I don't think people are, though.
Yeah,
I
they're
know people
supposed to
who
be.
aren't.
Rat.
Yeah.
Rat on them. Tell the police.
Basically, the idea would work. However, you've got to coordinate all governments, which is just a no-no. It's like trying to coordinate all your emotions at once. They ain't going to play ball. They're just not. And then you've got to make sure that not only do the governments commit to it, you've then got to make sure everybody in the world commits to it. And you cannot tell me that you are listening right now and don't know at least one poo head in your life.
Nice.
Because everyone knows a poo head that's going to mess it up and be a cretin for everyone. So unfortunately, we just have people in the world that don't stick to the rules. And they rebel and do silly things, which means
there are a load
that
of people who are
we're stuck here still.
anti-maskers.
What is that about?
There was a whole march in Trafalgar Square the other day about people who don't want to wear masks.
Yes, I feel like that's a separate topic. I could say a lot about that. Wear your masks. Just do good. Just be good people. Just make
But
it
it's easier
for
said than
everyone else.
done.
What? We're not wearing a mask is easier said than done.
Wearing a mask is, yes. But let's say you forget it. You're going to go home to get it or make you late?
Yeah, you're not going to
Would
go
you?
into the... Yeah, today my dad forgot his mask when they went to Sainsbury's and he came all the way home and got it and then went in.
Good guy. That's what I'd have done.
Well, otherwise you
loads-
just
loads
get
of people just
judged,
forget
don't you? I
masks.
think that's probably the main reason as to why
I
you
started
go
bringing
home and
2
get your
masks
masks.
to work.
2 masks.
One in my basket, one in my bag, and one in my pocket.
Yeah.
So if I lose one, I've got another.
Do you know what I read? I read something the other day on Instagram that was finding a mask in your pocket is like the new finding a $5 in your pocket. It's so true. When that moment of relief when you're like, oh, thank God for that.
But if I lost my work, God dang it! If I lost my mask after work, I'm trying to get home. I'm like, I don't know what to do now. Because you'd have to buy a new mask. But can you get a mask by going into a shop without a mask?
That's true.
I've only ever got my masks offline.
Yeah. I think I'd just be like, Hello, I'm sorry I'm in your shop without a mask, but I actually need to buy a mask.
I need a mask, quick!
So can you grab me a mask and then I'll put it on and then I'll pay for it. But then it's sketchy. Would you give a stranger a mask? They probably run off with it. See, you don't trust people in the wild to do a global lockdown. It's never going to happen.
So that's why I now bring 2 masks to work.
Clever.
Was that the question? What was the question? Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Kate, sorry.
The question was we should have a global lockdown like throughout
Someone
the whole
suggested
world.
this to me, which I thought was quite funny, is let's just picture England, because England's easiest to picture for this example.
Okay.
50% of people in England stay inside, right?
Yeah.
The other half carry on doing their day-to-day job.
Yeah.
And then after 2 weeks, they switch. And so the two that have just stayed in, the people who have just stayed in are now 2 weeks. So they don't have symptoms. If you have symptoms, you stay in for longer. But those people who've been in there for 2 weeks then come back into the rotation of society. And those who've just been working go back in.
Yeah.
And I thought that sounded like a nice story. It would never work.
That would actually be quite good, except...
I like the idea that 50% stay in, 50% go out, then switch.
Yeah, but you'd be really annoyed if, like, your best friends were in the other 50%. It's like when you're put into form groups at school and you're not put with your best friend and they're not on your timetable. They're on timetable B instead of A, and you're like, I have no lessons with you. It would be that. But
now I have to make new friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea that it's a 50-50 switch.
Yeah, clever. Very clever.
Team
that
red or
could
team
work.
blue, and it's just switch over.
Do you want to know some top tips from people on how they're bossing lockdown?
Of course.
So this one comes from Sam, and Sam says, me and my university flatmates have been keeping busy with new competitions each week, including... We've got a competition and we love a competition, but theirs are quite cool.
Sam.
Sorry. Including Real Life Fruit
Ours is
Ninja.
quite cool. How dare you? Anyway.
Real Life Fruit Ninja.
Oh.
And seeing who can grow their leg hair out the most in a week. The winner of these competitions always gets a Colin the Caterpillar for first prize.
That's a great first prize.
That's great. And if you're not in the UK and don't know what a Colin the Caterpillar is, look it up.
It's a Swiss roll wrapped in chocolate.
Oh, it's amazing. It's like a caterpillar
Sam a girl?
shape. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Samantha is a girl.
Samantha.
I thought that those games sound amazing. I mean, first of all, can we just talk about Real Life Fruit Ninja?
A YouTuber did that and sliced their thumb off.
Okay. Really?
I believe. Don't hold me to that. I think so.
Wow. Okay, maybe don't do Real Life Fruit Ninja, but I think the concept of it is cool. I think, in the university halls where you've got like the long hall and you can just like throw things. Not that I ever did. I didn't really make great use out of my long hall. I didn't really know what to do.
Sit there when there was a fire alarm. It was quieter in the hallway than in the rooms.
That's also true.
So we'd take our blankets and like pillows and duvets and just make like
a sleepover hall.
Yeah, essentially a sleepover hall. It was great.
That's quite cool. I guess
really fun.
you could put all your bedding out there and just make a long hallway of bedding.
Or just one giant bed.
One giant. Oh my god!
Giant bed.
That should be your next competition, Sam. Just who can make the best giant bed.
I will judge it, and I will also get a Colin the Caterpillar cake. Thank you very much, Sam.
Please, Tom. P's and Q's. Thank you.
No, I'm helping her. I'm helping her judge. You're welcome, Sam. You're welcome.
And then I've got one more top tip from Ellie, who says, I'm going into lockdown 2.0 with no expectations. And I think that's very important, because if you have an expectation like I do of this lockdown's going to end on the 2nd of December, I could be poorly disappointed.
You won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So,
but is no expectations lowball in it, so then when you come out and you still have you did nothing, it's like, oh, that's disappointing, wasn't it?
I think it's just like
expectations always sounds like you've got the hopes of an expectation towards the end.
Yeah, it's true. You're like usually the hopeful one, and now
I'm a big fan, but I'm not sure if I'm on board with this.
Now you've just been slammed down so much that you're like, do you know what? I've just got no expectations anymore.
Oh, that's sad.
That's
Oh,
sad.
now you've made me sad.
Sorry.
Hey, I hope you're alright.
I hope you're okay.
I
I
then
hope
punched
you.
the
I hope
microphone, I'm
every.
sorry.
Yeah, he's a bit aggressive over
I'm
this. Song.
sorry.
Yeah,
Need a new microphone.
it's okay. But we actually do hope that all of you guys listening are okay. Or if you're watching this, hello. It's nice to meet you over video. Finally, it's been 5 seasons.
5 seasons. Well, we used to do video once upon a time
Did we?
when we were in a studio.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. That feels like years
That
and years
was
ago.
years ago.
No, it was 1 year ago. It wasn't
1 year.
years ago.
No.
Crazy.
We've done
yeah.
a lot in this year and a half.
Yeah, we've really grown our little what adults don't tell you before your adult family. And
Oh, we still have people
hopefully-
questioning in, calling in, or texting, DMing in.
continue that. Continue our little
DMing.
family over lockdown 2.0. We are back. Me and Tom are back, raring to go with this next new season. And yeah, just happy to be here, really.
Always happy to be here, and even happier when I've got some sweets with me.
Happier now.
Yeah.
Look. Did I just drop one? No, I didn't. It's okay.
You just find them in your bed later on in the day.
So I'm gonna have another sweet just before.
I think, yeah, it's all going to be... There we go. That's what it looks like. Green Candy Co. In these nice little recyclable bags. I'm a big
So-
fan of it. All in all, it's very cool.
So these are vegan sweets. I think we said this before. They are a mixture of vegan fizzy and non-fizzy jelly sweets. Sustainably sourced and packaged in biodegradable and eco-friendly pouches. And they plant a tree with every purchase.
That's really nice. That's a nice thing.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. And if I do like a hand, should I just do like a nice little handful, just so
Sorry?
you can see the range of sweets?
I like the teeth.
Do you?
I'm a big fan of the teeth ones. The Dracula teeth.
I've got sugar all over my hand. So Tom,
Now it's all over the floor.
now it's all over the floor, but it's okay because I hoover. I've got a lot of
You do
time
not.
during lockdown.
Lies.
I'm actually scared of the hoover. We've spoken about this before.
You're scared of people, not the Hoover, you're scared of people behind you and whilst you're hoovering.
Yes, it's
You
terrifying.
don't trust people.
No. So you're probably wondering what the bloody
I'm always
hell
wondering.
this competition is about and how you can get your hands on a mega mix pack of these vegan sweeties by Green Candy Co. Tom's on the edge of his seat.
I can't be more on the edge.
So if you head over to our Instagram at We Are Audiobox, we have got a lovely little Instagram post up at the moment. You will see the Green Candy Co. sweeties advertised very nicely on the grid post that we will post. And all you have to do is tag a friend, like the post, make sure
Or
you're
more than
following.
one friend.
Yeah, so one tag is one entry,
entry.
and if you want to tag more people, then that's another entry, and it just keeps going. You can do as many entries as you want. Make sure you tag a friend, make sure you like the post, make sure you follow at We Are Audiobox, make sure that you follow Green Candy Co. on Instagram as well. And also, if you want... What? Why are you laughing?
What's this?
If you want 10 extra entries, 10, 10.
We need more claxes, that's what I've said since day one.
If you want 10 extra entries, all you have to do, can you stop giggling in the background,
Sorry, I've had a lot of sugar. Your joke wasn't even that funny.
is reshare this podcast, What Adults Don't Tell You Before You Adults, on your Instagram stories, on an Instagram post. Just reshare the podcast for 10 extra entries. Okay, are we all understood? And you can be in the chance of winning a mega mix of vegan sweets. And I must say, they are delectable. Now I'm just going to sit here eating.
I was hoping you would talk for a bit more whilst I finished this one before you started eating that one.
I
but
thought you were
didn't.
finished, and then I just...
No!
Oh, we're both going to sound horrible.
They're very chewy, but they are great sweets.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes. Do get involved with this competition. They're great sweets, and they're all yours for free. I'm so sorry. My throat went all funny all of a sudden. We'll send them to your house for no added fees. So you just
Worldwide as well.
worldwide as well.
Don't matter where you are in the world. We're going to ship these out for you, okay?
So get in touch. Not get in touch. Just apply for the competition.
Just listen to what I said beforehand.
Just don't know what words to say.
No, you
just
don't
think
know
of
what
eating the rest of the
words to say.
sweets. I'm going to eat the rest of the sweets.
I am as well. Delectable. But anyway, guys, that is it for episode 1 of season 5 of What Adults Don't Tell You Before You're Adult with me, Anya, and...
Me, not Anya, but Tom.
But
But Tom.
like we said,
But,
we're really
comma,
excited.
Tom. Not But Tom. That's not a new nickname.
We're very excited to be back, and we hope that you've enjoyed this episode. And if you want to stay up to date with us, where can they find us, Tom?
They can find us at We Are Audiobox on Twitter and on Instagram.
They can indeed.
They can
Until
indeed.
next
And they
week.
can also see us on YouTube if I've uploaded a new video, because I know Anya will do.
We'll check Twitter, and he'll probably let you know whether he has or not there. I really want to eat this, but I feel like we're going to finish off the podcast.
We're going to finish off here.
I should
So
probably
thank you
not.
very much, Tune Squatters, for listening. It's
Say
been
that
real.
again, because I feel like I spoke over you and don't feel like anyone heard that. I know. I'm sorry. I'm ready.
I'm heading. I'm done. See you later, Anya. It was nice working with you again.
No, please
Yes.
just say it one more time.
Thank you very much for listening, Tune Squad. Oh, I punched the mic. Thank you very much for listening, Tune Squatters. It has been real. Join us next week for another fun podcast, and you'll be able to watch us along on the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel? Our YouTube channel? A YouTube channel? Any of the above. You'll be able to find us
Audiobox.
on YouTube.
Well, it's called Audiobox. I don't think we said that before.
I
really wanna eat this. Can you hurry up?
They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. So thank you very much for listening. You've been great as always. Not Anya, but I have. You listening have. Anya's been all right. Tune in next week for another great episode of the podcast. So see you later, Tune Squatters.
Bye, kids.
Bye.